to the Affinidi SDK, and if you haven't looked my videos, maybe start from video what happens when we create the wallet. So last time we covered together with you all the core. So we manage your keys, we manage your public identity, we able to issue or accept the VCs, VPs, and so on. So last time I showed you that we could use the VC storage to have a backup or to have a device independent way of storing and obtaining the VCs. But what about the most important part? What about the seed? Because the person who have a seed have everything, so it's actually your wallet. So today we will talk how we could actually backup the seed and recreate your wallet on cross devices. And for this cross device seed backup and wallet management, we need to have actually two parts. So first of all is the user management, and another one is actually the seed storage. So why we need the user management is clear, because we now not age focused, so we need to manage somehow the users and give them all the flows that they used to have. So that's why you have a user management is super complex. Have a user management available as an independent library. It's just a wrapper around the Cognito, but you could use this library to build your own user flows. We built a couple of user flows that missed on Cognito, for example, full-scale OTP and passwordless login, and some combination of passwordless login and passwordless sign-up. So in general, when you have the user management, you have the three options. You could use your email, you could use your phone, or you could use the arbitrary username. I do not recommend this case because it's fairly limited. So email and phone, they quite identical. So let's focus on the email. So on the email, you have for sure a couple of options. So first of all, you could go classical way with the password, that you invent some password. We make sure that this password is strong enough, and then we will have a couple of the simple things like sign up. So this sign up will require to confirm sign up with the OTP, login, and for these classical passwords we have forget password and change password for sure. So this one is quite usual, and a lot of people use it, but we developed something more secure. We developed the passwordless flows. So in a passwordless flow, you don't need to know your password. We don't care about the password at all. So we still have the classical sign up and login, and something quite hands-on. We have sign in, that is just a combination of sign up and login. So how it works? That every time when you need to log in, actually you use the flow to obtain the token, and we will send the OTP to you, and then you confirm with the OTP and token that you are logged in. So we will see it in a more hands-on session. So this is clear. Another part that we need is just to store your seed. But we could not store your seed as is. We want to encrypt the seed, so that's why we have two storages, one for keys and one for seed. And we will see in a flow diagram how actually this works. So on sign up procedure, where we register the user, we do the classical thing that I just described to you, that based on the SMS, email or phone, we get the confirmation OTP code, we confirm the code, and then we will get back the access token from Cognito. Based on this access token from Cognito, we will talk to our encryption provider that will give us encryption key, and with this encryption key we could encrypt the our seed, and then when we encrypted the seed, we could store the seed with the another access token. So, and This storage will store and get only the seeds for particular user, so it's secured. And the same thing will happen on login. That on login, you just grab your identities, go to Cognito, obtain back the access token, then you go to the seed storage, gets back your seed, then you go to the encryption provider and obtain your key that will allow you to decrypt the seed. And when you will decrypt the seed, actually you will have the full scale wallet recreated. So that's actually it. And now we could have the hands-on example. So as usual, we import our SDK, we create the wallet factory, we prepare the options, that is the production and our access key that we obtain from the Affinidi console, and so on. And now more interesting part, that we have the email. So I have my email on Gmail, and now we could say that I want to initiate the sign-in passwordless. So it means that if it's already existing user, as here we see, I will get the special token. It will be the login token. This token we will pass back to Cognito, and Cognito will send us the OTPs. So you could see it's just an email. We could customize how this messages looks like. It one of the parameters, but I do not want to focus on this. But we get this OTP, for example, this one, and now we specify this OTP. And we need to complete the sign-in procedure. So we specify the options for sure, we specify the login token that we get from previous step, and we actually specify the OTP that we get in an email. And what happens next, that we will get the result, and this result will contain the instance of the SDK, so the wallet. And as you could see, that we have our DID, and we could do all the operations that SDK offer. So for example, we could resolve our own DID to DID document. And for example, here you see that we get the document with our public keys. So what actually happens, that together with the VC storage and user management and seed storage, now we have the complete overview of our SDK that allow us not just be on edge, as this core part described, but be device independent. So with your login and password, or with your just login, or with your email without even password, you have a possibility to recreate your wallet on completely different device and get the access to your private identity in a secured way, and get the access to all your VCs that's stored in a encrypted storage. And this is a cross-device reliable thing, and it still could happen on the H device. So you could use it for your mobile applications, or you could build the services on top of SDK and host everything on cloud. That's what actually we did with the cloud wallet. But this one will be the actually the last topic of our cycle, because we still need to talk about couple of useful features of SDK that useful for cross-services communication, like DID auth and messages. We already have this actually shortly described when we talk with the VC storage. So our VC storage use the DID auth to be the secured and user specific service. But now if you will take a look to a series of all my videos from early beginning, what happens with the when we create the wallet to this video, you will have the full overview of the SDK that allows you to build device independent edge wallets or mobile wallets, and operate with the VCs, VPs, and do the issuance, do the exchange of your VCs with some third parties. So it's completely full overview of what we have. We have a lot of quite specific tiny features that I will try to describe in my videos later, but right now we have the full picture so covered. In my next videos we will talk maybe a bit more about the cloud wallet and how you could build the custodial wallets on the languages and the platforms that do not support React Native or actually do not integrate with the TypeScript. So we have this solution as a service. But that's it that I was keen to share with you today. Subscribe to our channels. If you have any questions about our SDK or any questions about our topics on the SSI, just let me know. I'm keen to hear from you, and I will share together with video this IPython notebook, so you could play with the code example, so you could take a look a bit closer to the diagrams. See you, and